What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for today's video. So today I am going to be sharing with you guys a ton of really awesome, unique, affordable gifts for the children in your lives. I am surrounded right now with some really awesome, amazing products for children, and I am so excited to share them with you guys. And the majority of the toys that I'm going to be mentioning all came from Amazon. And so here's the first item that I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to mention this one first because this is the only item that did not come from Amazon. I have completely fallen in love with this company, this book. Everything about this I just adore. The company that made this is Hooray Heroes. They sent this book to me for me to review for you guys, and I can totally 100% say that I stand behind this company and everything that they do. This book is going to be such a special one for my two children for years and years to come. I love this. So this one that I got is titled The Adventures of Bella and Aiden. I was able to create the little characters in this book, their names of course, and then also just their like physical details. The illustrations of this book are just beautiful. They're breathtaking. So much color, so much vibrancy. I was able to write a personal message to them, which is another feature that I really love. And then throughout the book, there is a ton of various poems and just little adventures that the characters in the book go on together. You're able to choose 15 poems, I believe, out of like a selection of 20. And so you get to decide which adventures your little characters go on. And then you're also able to choose the narrator, whether this is being read by an aunt, an uncle, mom, dad, grandparents. You just enter your name and your relationship to the child, and they kind of narrate this book as if you were speaking to them, which is another feature that I love. I love that you are able to do a siblings book. I think as of now, you're only able to do like 2 siblings per book. And then of course you can also do just one child, boy or girl. So there's lots of customization to this. Like I said, the illustrations are fantastic. The wording is all really cute. The shipping will take a little bit longer, of course, than if you were to order from Amazon. And so if you are interested in something like this, definitely take advantage of that sooner rather than later if this is going to be a Christmas gift. All right, so moving on to the Amazon products. Before we get into the specific toys from Amazon, I wanted to let you guys know to take advantage of the gift lists that Amazon offers. They're free to use. You don't need to be like a Prime member or anything, but it is something that has saved me so much time. I created Amazon wish lists for both of my children, for birthdays, for Christmas, Easter. It's just so nice for me, my friends, and my family who want to give gifts to Aiden and Annabelle. I am able to just direct them to that list. I myself and my husband are able to just jump right to those lists, and we automatically know what Aiden wants, what Annabelle may need, and also when you're being asked constantly what your child wants or needs for Christmas or birthdays, it's just very easy to send that link out and direct any questions about gift giving right to there. So I highly recommend Amazon's wish list setup. All right, so in no particular order, the first items that I wanted to talk about are these cookie cutters. So I got a whole set of cookie cutters, and I got these for the purpose of Play-Doh. These are just really easy, very inexpensive little ways to add a little bit of fun and twists onto like the average Play-Doh playtime. There are so many little shapes in here. There's seasonal ones, just like regular everyday ones. Here is an airplane. I have 2 little Christmas trees. While we use them for Play-Doh purposes, if you have a little baker in your life, I'm sure he or she would get a ton of use out of these. Like I said, for the amount that we got in this one pack, I thought that the price was just excellent. I will have everything that I talk about, the specifics, linked down below, so you could just jump right over to that specific toy on Amazon. Next up, kind of sticking with the whole Play-Doh theme, I have this Kinetic Sand. And this is definitely something that we want to kind of build our collection a little bit. Kinetic Sand is so much fun. It doesn't get too messy at all. I know the brown sand, with it not being colored, is a little bit more inexpensive, but there's also tons and tons of colors that you can get as well. So I just keep these in these little containers. These were both purchased from the dollar store. They're not like airtight or anything, nothing special, but the sand stays nice and ready to be used at all times. Then along with the sand, I got a couple of little sand molds that I just keep in here too. And then here is a little demonstration of how this kinetic sand works. So it can be molded and shaped, and then if you squeeze it, it can also kind of appear as like a magnetic sand. So it kind of just falls. I have a bunch of these little canvas boards. I like to keep these, a collection of these on hand. I like these because they're a little bit different than just like painting on normal paper. And then the size is just really a good size, I think, for kids. And then I have this huge tub of paint. These are all paints that are intended for kids. I have several washable paints here. I have a bunch more in that plastic bin. I did want to pull a few aside just for you guys to see like the brands and the types of paints that we use. All right, and then besides just painting using canvases, you can also find some more like unique individual type of painting projects. So I have this ceramic giraffe, and as you can see, it's white. It has not yet been painted. And then I have this like little wooden birdhouse. This is really fun if you know a child's like favorite animal. There's just so many different ways that your child can kind of bring out his or her unique creativeness with these. All right, next up I have these wooden building blocks. We do have quite a few of these, but I feel like you can never have enough of like building type of things. All right, so moving on to the more unique building toys that I wanted to include in this video. I have these magnetic building toys. So this comes with like a little inspiration or ideal book. So here you can see what you are able to create with these stackable magnetic tiles. I love that these are just really easy to clean up and keep organized. We keep ours in this acrylic see-through little drawer. I believe I got this at the Container Store, but I'm sure I could find something similar on Amazon. So again, just check that description box down below. I will have all of the organizational type of items that I use to contain all of these toys listed down below, along with, like I said, the specific toys. So included in the set that we got, there are tons of different shapes, sizes, lots of different colors. And you're kind of just able to be creative in the shapes that you make. But when you sit down and have some time, these are just a lot of fun to play with. All right, and then very similar to those magnetic building blocks that I just showed, I have some more magnetic pieces. So here's the little pamphlet that goes along with those toys. I do like to keep these because, like I said, they just give us ideas on what to try and build and achieve. The concept of these are very similar. There are so many shapes included in this set. Some really unique and fun, like awkward type of shapes. So again, there's so much you could do with these types of toys. I definitely wouldn't be opposed to ordering another set or two of these. They're just a lot of fun for the entire family. I don't think you have to be a certain age to find enjoyment out of these type of building blocks. I am obsessed with the really fun, bright neon colors that these come in. Here you can see that there is a magnet on all four sides here. The magnets are a really nice, super strong hold, and the plastic is pretty durable as well. My son is not gentle with his toys by any means, and we have yet to have any of these break on us. All right, moving on, we have another clear acrylic drawer of building items. These are called gears. So these are another set of toys that are new to me. I never saw anything like this growing up, but I can say as an adult they are a lot of fun. So these are awesome because you're able to kind of create like a little geared up machine. So you get a couple of these little like turning knob things, and you're just obviously able to expand this a lot bigger and higher even. You could turn these into a little like automobile or car. This set is definitely one that Aiden asked for when we were making his Amazon wish list. He knew about these from school. He's had tons of fun playing with them there, and so he wanted to bring them in the house, and I agree with him. They're pretty awesome. You get a bunch of these little platforms to connect and to build on top of. Again, I love all the colors. They're super bold and fun. Next up, I have a little set of Dominos here. So as you can see, these do not have like the little numbers or the little dots on these, so they're not the original Domino brand. They're simply just little pieces of wooden blocks, and they're just a lot of fun to set up and do like the little domino rally with. Next up, I have this little tray of brain flakes. They're just like these little flat discs with grooves in them. These are a ton of fun because they're tiny, they're thin, and they don't take up a ton of space. Again, I love the bold colors of them, and surprisingly, there is so much that you can create with this shape. So these are super, super flat, and you just connect them by sticking them in to the grooves. Lots of different type of shapes can be created with these, and they snap in really nicely. There's a really nice tight hold. So there you can kind of see how these work. Here is the little pamphlet for these. They are called Brain Flakes. So here's the little idea booklet. Lots and lots of creativity. And then similar to those Brain Flakes, I have another drawer here of these. I'm not sure what the exact name of these are. These are discs with little round shapes on the ends, as opposed to the Brain Flakes, which were just flat. We do not have a ton of these. The collection that I got just didn't come with a ton of them, but this is another thing that I would definitely like to add more to, because like I keep saying, you could just never have enough when you're trying to build something like super big. Like I said, the shape of these are very similar to the Brain Flakes, just like a little bit more 3D, I guess, but you're pretty much able to make the same type of creations using these. They just snap together. They have a really nice grip. You definitely have to pull these apart pretty hard to release them, which I like. I like that they don't just fall apart too easily. Next up, I have this like deeper drawer, and I have a big collection of these little magnetic links. These are a little bit more tricky to really like build up on. Just building something with a lot of structure is a little bit more difficult using these. You definitely need a little bit more strategy when building something big. These are a little bit more strategic in the placement and just the overall structure. But while they are a little bit harder to build up on, they are equally as fun. We've used these for Aiden for like learning purposes as well. Dual purposes are my jam, and this is definitely one of those sets that we were able to find like playtime and learning time using. And then here is the close-up of these. So with these, you get these little like connectors. Each side has a little tiny magnet on them, and then you connect them using these little ball connectors. You could also connect them using the magnets on the sides. So there's two ways that these can be connected, but if you wanted to like give these a little bit of an angle, you just use the little metal balls. All right, moving right along, I have this set of Bristol Blocks. These are something that my sister-in-law introduced Aiden and I to when Aiden turned 2, I think, and since then we have gotten so much use out of these. They're like a chunky, bristly set of Legos. They can be connected in so many different ways. They're flexible. You don't want to step on one of these because I've done that and it's not fun. But using these for playtime is a lot of fun. So here you can see our collection of Bristol Blocks. As I said, there's so many fun color schemes that these come in. And similar to all of the other sets that I've mentioned, there are so many different shapes that come in a collection of these. And then these are just insanely easy to connect. You can connect them by the sides. As you can see, some sides have like one strip of these little bristles, and then some sides have a dual strip, and then they're super easy to connect on top. They kind of all just fit right in with one another. Next up, I have like an oldie set, but always a goodie. These are Lincoln Logs. These are a ton of fun to use. These are a little bit more on the pricey side when it comes to building collections or sets. They are fun, they're super classic and just timeless, I think. And then just in case you are not familiar with Lincoln Logs, here they are. You have some longer pieces with a flat surface, and then you have these tiny little logs, and they have grooves where they just sit perfectly in one another. I am really wishing that I would have Aiden here to help me demonstrate these and to show off his creativity, but here you can see you can kind of just create little structures. There is a lot that you can do with these, but I would say that you do need a pretty decent sized set to create anything like substantial. So these are definitely a little bit more of an investment, but I have seen them at places like Goodwill and Facebook Marketplace for like a reduced price secondhand. Set that we have also comes with these like little roof toppers. We only have 2 of these. This is definitely something that we wish we would have more of too, but they are fun to play with as long as you have like a decent sized set. All right, next up I have two super similar sets, but they are a little bit different. So I have these translucent geometric shapes in this little bin, and then I have these plastic pattern blocks in this container. So pretty much I will do an up close of these, but there are just lots of different shapes. Like I said, these ones are translucent, these ones are solid, but you're able to create some really fun patterns and like unique type of shapes kind of connecting these. These don't connect physically, you just kind of have to stick them next to each other and create your shape, but they are a ton of fun. So here are both sets of the pattern blocks and the geometric shapes. As I said, there's really not a huge difference except one is solid and then the other set is just transparent. These have been a great tool to teach shapes, just being creative. I think it's a lot of fun for our family and for Aiden. There are quite a few shapes in these sets. Next up, I have this set of IQ builders. This is considered to be an educational toy building set. There are 164 pieces in this set that we got. So pretty much you get these little cylinders. And you also have connectors of different sizes. And I've kind of found out that having a variety of sizes, shapes, colors, lengths, just having a variety is key with these like building sets. Kids want variety and choices. I think that having all those choices is just how they express their creativity. So that is what I love about literally all of these sets. There's just so many different things to choose from. So unique patterns and structures are able to be created with most of these sets. I also love when they come with the little pamphlet for ideas, like I said. Then here is how the little IQ builders work. So you're able to connect these using any of the little holes that these cylinders have. There are so many holes surrounding these, and so there's so many different choices on where you can place these. So the shapes that you can make with these and the different colors are a lot of fun. And then our little pamphlet is getting a little bit beat up, but here you can see all of the different creations that you can make using these. And lastly, I have these little miniature waffle building toys. These I remember playing with when I was a kid. The ones that I used to play with were a little bit bigger. These are like a little miniature set, but these were always so much fun. And then just in case you are unfamiliar with these little waffle blocks, here is the up close view of these. So what I like about these is that you can build them up vertically or you can build them as like a flat lay, but they're super easy to connect and to kind of like build. And then here is the little plastic tray that I have been showing the up close views of all of these really fun toys. This is something I wanted to mention because while it was great for filming purposes, it's just been such a lifesaver with our toys. So as you can see, it is a really decent sized. There's plenty of surface space to work on. It's plastic, so it's really easy to keep clean despite it being white. And this has just been awesome to have for painting projects, Play-Doh, the Kinetic Sand, pretty much any building project. Aiden will pull this out. Using this, he is able to transport his like building station from room to room if he has to, and so he doesn't have to take anything apart. I definitely recommend this. It's super thin, so it's really easy to store this despite it being rather large. So that about does it. I think I have covered all of the toys on my list. I hope that one or two or three of these caught your eye and caught your attention, and maybe you could bring this into your household or for a special kiddo in your life and just enjoy family time using this. I love that we are all able to play together with these items. Like I said, Aiden is able to use his creativity and kind of be strategic with all of these toys and these sets. And I think any kiddo would be really excited and happy to receive any of these sets for Christmas or for a birthday. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these toys, and if you have any suggestions that I did not mention that are like more on the unique side of toy sets or collections, let me know in the comment section. I would really appreciate being aware of some new sets that we might not be familiar with yet or even know exist. So thank you guys again. If you could please give this video a big thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and join my YouTube family. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye.